Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apocalypse Soon. And now, give it up for him. From beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, Eddie Pepitone.
Hey, everybody. I already made a fucking speech mistake, but that's Apocalypse Soon, isn't it? We're not going to care about our speech during the apocalypse. We're just going to be grunting anyway, but it's Eddie Pepitone, and I am in Las Vegas. I'm in a hotel called the Circa Hotel. I'm here doing a festival called Skank Fest. I love this festival. The audiences are fucking great. Anyway, so I'm here in Vegas, so we're doing me and the great Kevin Tinkin, my producer, Bobby and the Mephistophelians. The great Kevin, he is in LA, so I'm doing remote bits from the hotel. I hope you guys enjoy it. Go to eddiepepitone.com. I am going to be going east in November. So please, see all those shows, New York, Massachusetts. Just come on out, everybody. And let's see what else. Become a Patreon member. Patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. Please, please, please. You get all kinds of, secretive comedy stand-up clips that I tape secretly for Patreon members and like that. So, I hope you enjoy this episode from the road. We do these from time to time, and we will see you soon.
And now, the last newscaster on Earth.
Good evening, everybody. My name is fucking insane. That's right, I'm fucking insane, and I'm here to give you the top story. I am the last newscaster on Earth. As a matter of fact, I think I'm the last person on Earth. And our top story tonight, I stared at my shoes until I was able to move. I stared at my shoes for 2 hours because I'm fucking insane. That's right. I am fucking insane. And I stared at my shoes. There was a little piece of dirt on it, and I stared at it. And now, let's go to me for sports. Hello, fucking. It's me fucking. I'm you. You are me. Yes, I'm you. And boy, has this apocalyptical time been great. As you know, all life forms are dead. Except me for some reason. And it could be because I found a pharmacy that had the COVID vaccine and I drank it. In sports today, I almost threw myself off of the balcony, realizing that there is no God. Back to you, fucking. Well, thank you, fucking. In other news, nothing is going on. Oh, I just want to go to a mountaintop, and I want to be shirtless, maybe even pantless, and say, hello, I'm fucking insane. But anyway, we here at CBS News are dedicated to giving you the finest news. We don't bullshit here. We're fucking insane. No, I mean, I'm fucking insane. Anyway, till tomorrow, this is fucking insane. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for the last newscaster on Earth. And now for a perfume that represents all of us. Eddie Pepitone.
Looking for a perfume that smells like a major disaster in a major city near a major chemical plant. Well, then you're looking for Eau de Pepitone. That's right, you're looking for a perfume that says, I have no future. I have no pants to wear. Have you ever had a perfume on you where you thought you were pantless? Well, it's here, and it's called Pepitone. That's right, eau de Pepitone. Put one little drop behind your ear, and people will say, who cut the cheese? Yes, Pepitone. It is a perfume that makes you feel like you're in a bad cult. A bad cult, you know, one of those cults where you have to kill yourself and have sex with the leader. You know what I mean? Really bad cult. That's the kind of perfume you want. Pepitone. Just unscrew the top of the bottle, and then you take a scissor and you puncture the top of the plastic covering, and then you sprinkle just a drop or two, and you will know that you have been really, 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 really a failure your whole life. Yes, that's right. You hear me laughing because sometimes I even drink Pepitone. That's right. You can drink Pepitone. You can drink eau de Pepitone. It has alcohol in it, and it makes you feel like you have drunk the drink of the Roman gods. Of course, Rome fell, so you make your own conclusions. Pepitone. It is a perfume that makes you get out of bed and want to not interact with anyone. Pepitone. It's a perfume that wants you dead. Pepitone. It's a perfume that says, let me make toast with nothing on it. No butter, no jelly, no cream cheese, no peanut butter. Just plain toast. You know, the kind that people smell when they have a brain tumor. Pepitone. That's right. Pepitone. It is available in stores that have been burnt to the ground during riots because of police brutality. Pepitone, that's right, Pepitone is only available in stores that have been burnt down during police brutalization demonstrations. You will find the perfume way in the back near the cinders, near the ashes of the KY jelly. Pepitone, Pepitone. It is a perfume that is made for you, the person who seeks downward mobility. Pepitone is for you.
Pick up your eau de Pepitone today in the back of burnt out buildings. And now, therapy during the apocalypse.
I don't know, Doc. I don't know. I just feel like I'm sad because, you know, all the life forms are gone, and, you know, I watched my wife and children be murdered by itinerant gangs. But even though that happened, I still feel like I am starting to not beat myself up as much. I mean, there is no water or food, but you know what? I'm saying to myself, don't be self-loathing. You know, I mean, that's the least I can do for myself. You know, Doc? I mean, yes, I mean, I lost everything and there's no food or water. You know, I watched my family get murdered. But I feel like if I can just nurture the child within me, then maybe I can, grow a little. I mean, that's the one thing I want to try to do during this apocalypse is just grow a little. You know what I mean? Just grow a little. I mean, yes, it's very violent. It's very violent out here. The only people who survive, as you know, Doc, are the thugs and the violent people. And I'm a high school teacher, and I don't like to engage. Oh, Doc, are you alive, Doc? You're not. Oh my God, Doc. Oh shit, Doc, I didn't realize you were dead. Oh God, Doc. I just walked into the office and saw you slumped. You have bad posture, Doc. Oh, God. Oh, Doc. I don't know. I feel like right now, everything I say is falling on deaf ears. And it's not just the apocalypse. It's the fact that you're dead, that you've been, oh, God, I see the stab wounds now. Oh, Doc, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I still owe you money for this, but if you can hear me, if you're still alive, I just want you to know that I'm gonna try to love myself, Doc.
Thanks for joining us for Therapy During the Apocalypse. And now, set your earthly cares aside. Focus on the sound. Guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Okay, everybody, let's just shake off the day. Some of you will literally be able to shake off the day because some of you are covered in blood or bits of flesh from all the absolute crazy, unhinged people out there who are creating more dead people. So shake off all of that. If you have just been part of a horrific incident at a local mall or movie theater or parking lot or gas station, just shake it off, let all that, the bits of people fall off of you. And hopefully you're in light-fitting clothing. I always say that, but light-fitting clothing is so important. Okay, and now from the top of your head, the very top of your head, to the very bottom of your feet, I want you to feel an anxiety that only people who have tremendous neurological problems feel. Feel anxiety, because the only way that you can get rid of anxiety is to feel it. You have to feel it. You have to be present for it. So feel the anxiety. If you start choking because of panic and your passageways, your breathing passageways begin to tighten up, don't worry, just breathe it out. If you're choking, hopefully you have a significant other or a roommate who can call 911. But if you're choking and you live alone, I want you to know that your life was definitely lived in vain. We all think our life is so important, but you know what? There are billions of people on this very small planet, and really, does any of this have any meaning at all as your guided meditation teacher? I think it does not have any meaning at all. So just breathe it out that your whole life has been for naught. Your whole life has been for nothing. That makes me giggle a little, but at least you're in light-fitting clothing. Okay, and now with your in-breath, I want you to realize not only does your life have no meaning, but you are just used every day by the totalitarian corporate state as a commodity, as just another cog in the soulless death cult machine known as capitalism, where it's all about profit. And as far as humanity, capitalism wants nothing to do with you, so you'll be dead soon. Just breathe that out. Breathe that out. And now with your final out breath, I want you to climb up to a roof of a building. Climb up to the roof of a building, yell, "I am God," because why not? And then get very close to the ledge. People are going to think you're going to jump. They'll be paying a lot of attention to you. You'll get a lot of attention. And then don't jump. Just kind of laugh and go back to bed. Okay. Just relax.
Thanks for joining us for another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Hey everybody, we are doing an interview here on Apocalypse Soon from Las Vegas. It's 1:30 in the morning. I am with my partner in crime, my fellow tour mate, one of my best friends. Please welcome, if you will, JT Habersatt. Hey, JT.
I'm clapping for myself.
I love this guy. I love this guy so much. Hey, Margaret, look who it is. It's Habersatt.
Hello. It is 1:30 in the morning.
It's Habersatt, Margaret. Yeah, man. So the life on the road. I was thinking, talk about where we've been.
An expose.
Well, no, an expose is an investigation, and I'm sure the cops would fuck it up.
Yeah, we've been watching a lot of true crime where unbelievably the police mess up and innocent people suffer. That's weird.
Yeah. So if you're interested in joining the police department, they could use a couple of bright bulbs or investigate whatever. But I haven't chosen that life either. As JT,
it's not too late.
I think it is.
Just become
imagine that
a hard-boiled detective
at 63.
You have the hat collection for it.
At 63, I go downtown to LA, and I have the hat collection. And I put on the hat, and I'm like, "How you doing? I'd like to become a detective on homicide cases." They just go,
"All right."
No, it would be funny if it was like an interview for like a bagel shop, and they would just like it was that simple. Like they would go, "Okay, well, the hours are 9 to 8. And if it's a murder, you may be working around the clock." And I go, "That's okay. I don't got nothing going on right now." "Okay, sir, can you start tomorrow? We've got a murder in Los Feliz."
We scheduled a murder for tomorrow. So if you're around.
We scheduled a murder. What, you scheduled them? Yeah, because it keeps us in business. When there's murders, then they need police. So we actually fund the murders.
I like to think, too, that all detectives in L.A. get the job because of their look. Like, you show up with different hats. You have different fedoras, and they're like, yeah, you got the stuff, kid. Like, you're a detective now. They just give you your shield.
Oh, man.
Hollywood PD.
Yeah, I would love it. I just saw, did you ever see, JT, the movie Touch of Evil?
Yes, Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Orson fucking Welles.
A very heavy Orson Welles. I don't think he was wearing padding. I think it was, a heavy Orson Welles.
He was a big suspenders man.
I'm in my Orson Welles period.
Well, we walked a bunch today.
We did. We did.
Yeah.
So he played. That's the kind of detective I'd like to play. Like unshaven. He's got that 5 o'clock shadow big time, and he has a cigar and he eats candy.
We should reboot it with you. instead of A Touch of Evil, we could do like Dollop of Menace, starring Eddie Pepitone. Wasn't this A Touch of Evil with that brilliant director? Well, not anymore.
It's a dollop of menace.
It's a dollop of menace.
Does Dave Anthony and Gareth know about it? Gareth Reynolds, I think? Yeah, no, we're going to run it by Anthony and Reynolds.
What, just because we're using the word dollop?
Yep.
Dollop words have currency. I bought the Dollop NFT. Anytime someone says the word dollop, I make 10 cents of a penny, which is not a numerical number.
Hello. This is a friend.
What accent is that?
No, that's how I would love if I went to the LAPD and I wanted a detective job like that.
This is a friend. I have been a detective for many years.
He's from the Bayou.
Where are you from, sir? Clennon? What is that?
It's beautiful.
Now he's from like Barcelona. he was Cajun.
Sir, your accent is going all over the place.
What do you mean? I solved the mystery. Oh my God! So
Let me tell you something. In Clinton, we had so.
It's somebody in Russia.
We had so many murders.
Murder solves you.
We had so many murders in the Clinton.
Sir, you are putting on some kind of voice here.
What are you talking about?
You become Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
What are you talking about? I am not doing that.
Oh my God.
I am not doing that. I am a pussycat. I'm a pussycat.
We have snapped. This is what 11 days.
Has it now? How long have we been on the road?
It's been a little over a week, and it's like a week and I think it's 10 or 11 days. We started. Well, I flew in a day earlier to LA, so
you flew in,
and then we went to Humboldt County.
Okay, so that's where we started.
Right, the Savage Henry Comedy Festival.
And by the way, Humboldt County, such great people who run the festival. It is classically, it's like right out of Central Casting. Everybody is high in this town.
Completely high.
It's so funny, waiters are like, hey, man,
Order what you feel.
Welcome to Chez Fuck Me. I'm kidding. Welcome to Chez Oliver.
But it was so nice too because we had a nice like house Airbnb. Yeah. And we were kind of like we could chill and relax. I got to make you and Ron eggs.
Oh yeah, that was. We were in an Airbnb.
Ron Lynch.
And it was funny. We found out that it was rented by a swinger.
Well, that's the word on the street.
That was the word on the street.
Neither confirm nor deny, but somebody said, hey, you guys are staying in the fuck house.
The fuck house. But really? Nothing happened. We just kind of... I read a lot in the fuck house, and people were...
That's where I get some of my
That'd be funny.
Best reading done.
There's always a reader in a brothel. Like, do you want to... Now, sir... By the way, the room I'm about to give you with your chosen madame it's also, there is a guy in there reading Moby Dick.
Wait, you mean like a voyeur? No, he just likes to read in the corner.
No, he's a reader, and we only
have... He's a big reader.
He likes to read around sex.
He just...
Why doesn't he get pornography?
Get in line.
Get in line. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, we have now.
But the Savage Henry Fest was really fun. Thank you, Chris, and everybody for having us. We've snapped.
Oh my God, there was so much weed there.
It was so fun.
I was like, can you give me... what do you have in a self-loathing strain? Mm-hmm. The type of thing where I take...
something that'll make me spin out.
Type of thing where I take one hit and I go, oh, I shouldn't have smoked.
Yeah.
So we started in Humboldt, and it was kind of like, it was very laid back as far as festivals go.
Dude, it was so much fun because,
baseball, comedy,
baseball. It was like game format for some of it.
Game format for two of the shows. One by the great Ron Lynch.
So brilliant and funny.
Crapshoot, it's called, and people who
that was
were
so
fans
fun to
of
do.
Ron know that. Ron Lynch. And then the last night was the only night I did stand-up.
Yeah, I did 2 8-minute sets, I think, the entire weekend, and the rest were the game things, which was so fun. Because I just had to improv and riff with you, which was like a blast. And Ron,
one thing they shouldn't. The casino show I heard was horrible.
Oh, I can confirm. I went and watched it.
Yeah.
No, I have a hard, unless we're getting some sort of crazy bonus payout. I didn't know casinos, but I went over there because I wanted to watch it. And my friend Mac was doing this show, and also the great Ben Roy and Derek Sheen. And, of course, Derek was on the West Coast with us from that point on. And so I wanted to go support my buddies.
Derek met us
at Savage Henry. And
he did?
Yeah.
Oh, was he doing sets, too?
Yeah, he was doing sets, too, but we were on opposite schedules for the rest of the time. But I wanted to go support all those friends.
Yeah.
And holy shit. It was such a...
Oh, my God.
So there was a band setting up on stage. I'm like, oh, they're going to perform in front of the band. No. The band got the stage even though there was no... musical performance to happen. Right. They were just sound checking and shit. And the comics were on the floor with a stationary mic, and it was just no one knew comedy was happening. It was like a hijack situation. And I'm texting you. I'm like, I'm getting PTSD because I remember these shows fucking a decade ago where no one knows it's happening. Everyone hates it. No one cares. All the TVs were on. I could just see Ben Roy. I called him the human waterfall. He started slinking lower and lower into his chair until he was literally on the ground. And yeah, what a shit show. That was like Vietnam.
I did not take part in that.
Yeah, I just went and watched.
We just had fun in the theater where they did the festival, but. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun, and then me, you, and Derek started driving, and Derek did the driving. We went to Eugene,
Oregon, which was phenomenal.
That was our first show there.
Great,
and that was great.
Show. Sunday night.
I loved it.
Yep, World Pies. World Pies was the venue in Eugene, Oregon, and
the crowd was good. Great, man.
Sunday night, so packed.
Yeah,
It was a really great time. So thank you to everybody who brought us out there.
And then we did that show, really fun, and we then went to the show of the tour, I think.
Helium?
Yeah, we did Portland Helium, and it was packed. It was like 200 people.
Tuesday night, baby.
Tuesday night, 200 people, and they were into it.
So good. That crowd was so good. And I have never been to the Helium Portland before, and the setup was really great. It was like very well set up club. And I saw people, I was talking to somebody, and they said, how long had it been since you've been here? I'm like, I think it was about 5 years. And they're like, no, I had a time hop Facebook thing. You haven't been here in 8 years.
Yeah.
Like 8 years.
Yeah. But Portland is great.
You crushed so hard, too. That was my favorite set to watch you of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they were. And this is the thing about doing stand-up. When the crowd is really, really into it.
Yeah.
Right, and you could tell that from the get-go. It does nothing but inspire you to be free, to be creative, to be, it's
really
you feel safe.
Yeah.
You feel safe to do, I don't know, you feel safe to take chances because I think, you don't want to take any chances when you're not feeling safe. The only chance I've ever taken in a casino was betting my entire fortune on 7.
Yeah, that's why
in the roulette wheel.
Originally we were taking your schooner up the coast from Eureka, California to the port of Seattle.
By entire fortune, I mean about $180. So become a Patreon.
Yeah, join the Patreon.
Patreon.com/Pepitone.
I think Portland was so great too because, it's always great to have local comics on the shows, but that one was just Derek, you, me, and it was just our show. You know what I mean? There was and it was just shotgun mic'd, back to back to back, and it just felt fluid and good.
Fans turned out.
They were fucking great.
Thank
you, Portland.
So then, and this is funny to go from Eugene, Portland was like the pinnacle and really great. And then we went from Portland to Salem. And we were, what was the name of the place?
It was God, I'm blanking on it right now. There's been so many venues, but it was a smaller, arts theater in Salem, Oregon.
It was an arts theater?
Yeah. What would you call it? An arts theater, a cabaret.
Okay.
Something like that.
I can't believe I'm blanking on it.
I'll look it up.
But I remember that it was such a jarring... it was great. Salem was great, Oh, right. I remember Salem now. I totally remember.
You could
No, it's that it's the capital of Oregon, which most people
I didn't know
don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know
They
that.
think it's Portland or Eugene or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I forget the name
Salem's
of
the capital, so it's governmental buildings.
Right.
A little indescript. I was backstage reading. I do this sometimes when I don't know a place. I was backstage reading the Salem Wikipedia page, and they were known for gardens. So I went out there and I said, I did something about a garden that didn't go over well, and I went. My first thought was, "Oh, this isn't helium.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe." And I mellowed into it, and it was great.
Yeah, but we can't go from helium to deflations. It was Club Deflations. It was a different type of gas.
Right.
It was it was super fun and nice,
Yeah.
and it was a pickup show on a Wednesday and all the things. But yeah, I mean, you can't go from 200 people in a comedy club vibe like that on a Tuesday
Yeah.
to 50 people in a nice cabaret. It was great though, really nice.
So we hightailed it out of Salem, and we went to
Seattle.
Oh, this
Two
was
shows.
fun. This was fun because we did a room called the Hereafter
In the Crocodile.
which is part of the Crocodile, which is a very famous, I come to understand,
Yes.
music venue.
Yes.
Where, the big bad Seattle bands played, like Nirvana,
Yep. A lot of photos.
Garden.
Frown Garden. That's right. All the other band
Where's
names.
my water? I need a water.
I saw it over there a minute ago. Oh, it's over there. To your right. The Aquafina. Or this one. Take this. Next on Finding Hydration in the Desert. Seattle was so good because we also, the hotel was in the Crocodile. So we stayed, every time you going to use the restroom in our hotel room, you could feel the floor vibrate from the bands playing downstairs at like 1 in the morning. So it was wild.
But the crowds were great.
Awesome. I miss Seattle.
Yeah. I miss Seattle. Yes, the weather was so lovely. It was like 70.
Gorgeous.
And it's a port city.
Yep.
So we were right near the water. I was smelling the ocean. And it felt very healing.
Oh, there's nothing like do you get that when you go back east to like Cape Cod or wherever? You smell the ocean and I feel like...
I love that.
I can feel myself decompress.
Well, back east is different. There's a, Pacific and Atlantic.
But they're different, right? Like they feel different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Seattle, and then we flew here to Vegas.
To Vegas.
And Vegas is so kind of overwhelming.
it's like a...
The festival's been really fun. I want to thank these guys. Skankfest Festival in Vegas. Very, very fun. The crowds are so great. I was telling JT, I feel like Jesus here because I walk around like, Eddie!
Yeah, they love you here, and it's cool.
They love me here.
As somebody said it's like gathering at the Juggalos, but for comedy, and I'm like, yeah.
Kind of.
Or Ozfest. Because
is that an anarchic streak?
No. It's like it's a cult. Not cult is the wrong word. It's a very insular. Like everyone who's here knows all the people performing and really loves them.
Yeah,
and it's the type of thing that it's its own scene. It's its own kind of like outsider scene. That's
a lot of great comics. Dave Attell.
I
had not
good.
seen Dave perform in such a long time, and he was. I remembered how incredibly fucking funny Dave Attell is.
I've always loved him and getting to meet him. I've never met him before, so that was like
he is amazing. And,
so great.
We just sort of let's see.
Joe List was really funny.
Joe is always funny.
Joe, I've never
Rich
seen
Voss
Joe live.
Is here.
Yep,
was here.
Sean
we're
Patton.
all leaving. Sean Patton.
Sean Patton is so fucking funny.
So funny.
Joe DeRosa.
Ariel
Isaac Norman. Joe DeRosa.
DeRosa's here. It was so much fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But Vegas is fucking like a punch in the face.
It didn't leave my hotel room.
It's like a punch in the face with too loud music, the constant lights and buzzing. It's like I stayed in this room. Fuck it.
I took yesterday off, and I don't usually do that. I was like, I just am doing nothing.
And from here now, JT,
Altercation Comedy Fest
before your
thank God
Tuesday.
Thank you for that.
So let's talk about this,
Tuesday.
man. You're doing a lot right now. You're handling it well because now you're coming back with Austin. I'm gonna do a closing set Thursday.
Wednesday. Wednesday, yeah, because you have to be on a plane Thursday to go shoot
that right?
film stuff. Yes. So Wednesday. Well, this comes out Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we can announce the secret guest because I'm going to leak it on Tuesday. So yeah. AltercationComedyFest.com has all the details. It's in Austin, Texas. It runs the Wednesday the 19th through Saturday the 22nd. And Wednesday night is Vanessa Gonzalez early on, Stephen Agee, you on the Late Show, and the secret guest in the middle, which has been a big surprise. Who's it going to be? Is the legendary Todd Glass.
Woo!
So it's going to be you and Todd on the same night, which I'm so excited. On Wednesday. Nice. And then Thursday we have James Adomian and Jackie Cation and Glow Show, which is a psychedelic showcase with Dante Powell. And then Friday, Henry Phillips. And,
man, that's great.
Yeah.
I wish I could stay.
I wish you could too, but
I got an independent film gig, and it's okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to be like grounded.
Plus, I'm a fucking maniac during the fest, running around producing everything. So like, it's not
true.
like,
but it's fun. The people you have there are so nice and cool and funny.
Thanks, man.
It's always a blast to do that festival. So
I'm equally parts excited for it, and equally parts like holding my breath. This is the first time I've ever also come close. Like we get home tomorrow night, and it starts 24 hours later. You know, it's like it's a lot.
24 hours.
It starts Wednesday, and we're home Monday night. So 40. You know what I mean? Like Wednesday all day, I have to do stuff. Yeah. And Tuesday, we're going to see the drummer from Pink Floyd. Nick Mason, Saucer Full of Secrets. Happy birthday!
That's going to be fun. So, well, there's there's a little recap, everybody. I just wanted to, talk about our tour a little bit, and we will. And let's get on with the podcast now. JT Habersatt, thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
I will see you in the lobby at around 11:15.
11:15 because they're giving us the boot. And, yeah.
Not looking forward to that.
I'm not either. I'm tired. And we'll be on the East Coast in November, everybody.
Yep.
Oh,
that's right. Should
we go through all that stuff?
No. Just we're going to
Coast.
Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, we're going to be, we start in early November doing New York markets, doing Albany and Poughkeepsie and Woodstock, New York, and, of course, New York City. We end the tour in New York City at the City Winery, which we did last time and was sold out and so awesome. And we're doing a couple places we've never been before. Burlington, Vermont. We've never been there.
Right. So we're doing looking forward to
Burlington Comedy Club and return victory lap to Worcester at Ralph's Diner, which was so much fun. So fun and so wild last time. And so, it's going to be great. But EddiePepitone.com has all the dates and,
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening in. And now back to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.
Now, driving in the rain with Eddie Pepitone.
It was a dark and dreary night as I got into my cab / Uber / Lyft / Instacart / Bloodmobile / Riss / Bookmobile / the last frontier I have is my car. I got into the car and the rain was already coming down. It was like the tears of America, a failed, crumbling empire. There was a time where we took care of people, but not anymore, and I'm part of the gig economy, and that rain was coming down. It was coming down so heavy. It was heavier than Mom Mabley. It was heavier than my mother, who was a heavy woman. She was heavy, my mother, so heavy, and I'm not talking about weight-wise. She was heavy emotionally, and this was emotional rain. Have you ever been caught in rain that's so emotional? It feels like the rain is screaming for some kind of chance to just be alive. Sometimes you can feel the rain is just an extension of ourselves. Sometimes the rain is our feelings of abandonment, our feelings of loneliness. And this rain had that feeling with each drop of water that pelted the windshield of my gig economy mobile. I just felt the abandonment, the horrible abandonment that goes with driving an Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart thing. So I had to keep going. I had to pick up a fare. And it was a gentleman this time. It was a gentleman, and he looked like life had beaten him up so severely. He looked like a fighter who went 10 rounds with King Kong. It looks like a fighter who went 10 rounds with an animal who was much more athletic, much stronger, physically stronger, because he's an animal, and animals are superior to us. We tell ourselves a lie that we're better than the animals. The rain was pounding down as this man got into my car. He had a mask on. He still believed in COVID. I had given up. I had gotten it 4 times already, and to tell the truth, I kind of liked my runny nose. I kind of had grown used to my runny nose and my fever. I mean, Ebola was starting to make its presence felt in the United States. How much longer did we have? I said to myself. This man got in a car with the mask and his hat was pulled down. I couldn't see who he was. The Uber app said I was taking him to a movie theater. I started the conversation. So, what movie you seeing? I'm seeing the movie I always see, Touch of Evil. The retro movie, huh? With Orson Welles, Charlton Heston, Janet Leigh. He goes, yeah, but I prefer you don't talk to me. I said, oh, no problem, and I looked ahead. You know, the passengers who don't like to talk to me, I consider them scum, because I have a lot to offer, that's right. Yes, I'm crippled emotionally, but anybody who drives in the rain like I do has a lot to offer, and this son of a bitch didn't want to hear it. I felt like taking a wrong turn to the movie theater. I felt like making him late for the movie. I took things personal. I'm not going to pretend I'm not human. So many people pretend they're not human in today's world, and I guess they're right in a certain way. And that rain started smashing down. That painful abandonment rain started smashing down. All of a sudden, the man took his mask off. He pulled his hat back, and I was looking at a dead ringer of myself. Oh my God, I said, you're me. He said, you're damn right I am. I'm going to see Touch of Evil.
Thanks for joining us for another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone. And now Caligula has second thoughts about what he just did.
All right. I want everybody bending over. I'm about to jam my fist into your asses, okay? Everybody bend over. I mean, the whole goddamn village. The whole village, bend over, everybody. Do it. Or I'll have people cut off your heads. Do it. Everybody bend over. I'm going to cut to an hour later. Oh, Christ, was that really necessary? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Jesus Christ. I mean, I did the whole village. I put my fist in everybody's ass, in the whole village. And I don't know. I talked to my therapist. I think I'm making progress. God damn it. I really need to, I don't know, take more account of what the hell is going on. Cut to 2 hours later. All right. I want everybody to take off all their clothes, and I'm going to rub butter and fruit on all of you, and then I'm gonna fuck you all, everybody who is here in this room. And I know you're all senators, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna fuck you all after I cover you in butter and fruit. Cut to 2 hours later. Oh, my God, I don't even think this is good for me. I mean, all that butter and cholesterol and, well, at least I'm balancing it with fruit. But did I really need to fuck everybody? Oh, boy, such excess. I mean, I just started Zoloft. It doesn't seem to help. I thought Zoloft is supposed to cut down your sexual drive. Cut to an hour later. Okay, now there's about 150 of you. I want you all to suck my cock, and then I'm going to strangle you with this rope, okay? Cut to 2 hours later. Wow. I tell you, I just really have to talk to, I think, another mental health professional. There is no way that I needed my dick sucked that much. There's just no way. It's greed. Something's wrong with my head. I don't goddamn know it. But Jesus Christ, am I out of control? I am just going to go to bed and call it a day. I didn't need to strangle that many people with rope. I'm exhausted. My arms hurt from strangling. My cock is just a bloody pulp.
Thank you for joining us on Caligula having second thoughts about what he just did.
Hey, everybody. All right. Well, that was our version of Apocalypse Soon this week with me on the road. That's right. Apocalypse Soon. It's the podcast with no upside, whether we're in this studio or on the road or in a parking lot or in front of a Starbucks. It doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, Apocalypse Soon, baby. Podcast with no upside. Hope you enjoyed this crazy episode, and write a review for us on iTunes if you can. That attracts more eyeballs. Become a Patreon member. Go to EddiePepitone.com. Check us out. One thing we're going to be doing, me and Kevin are going to be doing the New York Comedy Festival November 12th, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're in New York, go to my website. There are ticket links. All right, everybody. See you for another episode of Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside soon.